I'm sorry. There we go. We're gonna watch the new Vidoc chat. Alright. I gotta reset the Discord thing for the audio. Bum bum bum. Sound shot. Hope y'all are well. On this fine day. There's supposed to be an... There we go. Ad starts in a minute, so I'm gonna let that play through. Yeah, I'll start the ads now. And then we'll get into the Vidoc and stuff. So, I'll see y'all in a minute 30. There's like a Vidoc and like 3 TWIDs. And I have my we'll sit on this screen for the moment. Let me make sure YouTube is unmuted. There we go. Okay, I don't have my little character on screen, just because it takes up a lot of the screen. But we have this, and then we'll go over the ability tuning, the armor tuning, and then this week in Destiny. That's the plan. And then obviously we go into some Destiny, which now I'm over 1,300 hours. But I hope you all are well. We are... It's a good day today. It's warm. Not like too warm, but it's like nice out. And I just got my hair dyed. So I just got a nice auburn color. The ads are done. I'm gonna sneeze while I start this.
And Tyson, take 1, marker.
There's a line that emerged in Destiny 1 that wasn't planned for, but it was very deliberate by the person who put it in the game, and is very resonant for Destiny players, and resonant for me as a person. And that line is,
Let me turn it down.
Guardians make their own fate.
There we go. This is 9 minutes.
For me, that has sort of become a touch point for the Destiny story. Again and again, external...
Also, this is part 1. Part 2 comes out tomorrow, which is Friday, so I won't be live. So we'll watch it on the Sunday stream. But this is part 1 of, I think, 4. That's what they're doing.
Forces come and try to impose a fate upon you and humanity. And again, you show them that they can't do that. We make our own fate. that's not just a powerful theme of Destiny, it's also a powerful theme for us as people, as both developers and as humanity. We make our own fate.
Double hundreds. Congratulations.
When you're talking about 10 years of story, there's a lot of stuff crammed in there, and there's a lot of things.
Moon, have you seen this yet? I have? Okay.
Things that we could do and could talk about.
I'm gonna watch this and
But
go
as
over the three
storytellers,
TWIDs.
The hardest part isn't coming up with the ideas, it's knowing which ones are the important ones. We want to tell a story that makes you, the player, feel like all of that time that you invested, we saw you, and we want to give you the experience that you've been waiting for.
I already watched it.
Looked at everything we had.
I like
laid
it.
All out, like whiteboards and like everything.
We were trying to look for a theme that felt resonant, not just for this story, but for Destiny as a whole. And the theme that we kept coming back to was purpose and fate. And that's what this story is about, not just for ourselves as the player, but also for our characters.
I used to think I'd give anything to bring you back.
The news of Vala voice is good. He sounds grizzled and tired like he should. Also, if you want to do something in Destiny today, let me know. Moon.
I cried quite a few times doing those scripts because I treated it with the love of a fan. Every time I opened a script, I was like, what would I want to see? What would I want to hear?
You get to see their emotional journey, the struggle of how do we defeat the witness?
Is alright. It's...
To your futile exertions.
I don't like that they're time gating a Vidoc, but you know, that is what it is.
The witness sees itself as the one true God.
Let's go,
So
James.
it's come to the traveler because it needs the power of the traveler's light to finish this vision.
Its goal is salvation. Why don't you want that?
Be reborn.
Our mission is to make sure that we can prevent it from getting the light, the thing that it needs, in order to make it all happen.
It's finally confronted the traveler and
Oh, wait.
It all happen.
Oh, that's the Vanguard table. I didn't notice that in the first
confronted the
watch through.
traveler, and here we are, thorns in its side, a blip on its radar, trying to make a difference.
You're gonna speak to the witness, and the witness is gonna shine a light on some things, and you wonder, like, what would it be like? What would it be like to be a disciple of the witness?
Your guardian's use has yet to be determined. We're in need of a god killer.
Every time you hear the witness, you're not just hearing one voice, you're hearing whispers in the background, you're hearing all of these other textures.
You're still resisting.
You can feel a subtext sometimes where the real witness comes through, or at least things that it doesn't want you to know about it come through.
There is only suffering!
Putting characters into pressure cookers is what storytellers do best. And I can't imagine a more intense pressure cooker than it's the end of the world. If we fail, everything is frozen forever, and only we can do it. It's just the handful of us inside of a god.
Damn.
There were a couple of themes that we had when we started on the Feel Hard. The two main ones that I remember were Surreal and Shattered to Spire.
Seeing how they put a tiny little guardian at the beginning of this vast journey that's spreading out in front of you really put into perspective the scale that we needed to hit in order to make the Pale Heart look and feel dangerous and ambitious and vast.
When we were thinking of surreal things, it was a bit of a challenge because how do you make something surreal? For me is putting familiar things out of context. What is the thing when you turn the corner that you are not expecting? So that's when we play with scale, we play with unexpected things, repetition.
There's this awesome piece of concept art there is like this massive ghost in the horizon.
I like all
and
the
you just,
hands.
like, go over there and it's just like broken down in the middle, and it's just weird in a way that is unsettling, but at the same time feels very
That's Lightfall armor. That's not that.
visceral.
Another one that we used was body parts, and it sounds a bit strange.
I like the red.
Because we didn't want to do body horror. So I was taking screenshots from the game and just trying to find silhouettes and things that would look surreal. And I started replacing all the trees with hands. So all the limbs was made out of fingers coming out and eyes were on the floor. And I do remember our direction was like that, like more hands.
Are there hands holding up the freeway in which we were born? Yes. You'll recognize it instantly, and then almost as quickly, you'll realize you've never been here before.
I definitely feel like there's some aspects of the Pale Heart where like, this is freaking weird and scary. I want to take that risk. I want to push a little bit of what expectations of a destination can be, and I hope that players love that.
As players progress, they get to see more influence of the Witness, not just on the Traveler, but also on the races that it's interacted with that we've seen so far.
The Dread are a result of the Witness experimenting with the light. So while it's inside the Pale Heart, it's able to access the light as it's trying to siphon it. It is using that light to create and alter new and different combatants. And so we've encountered some of these members before. Now we have a name for them.
The new Dread units. They're using a new language, collaborating with narrative. We went through and used this constructed language tool to generate different phrases and figure out like grammar structures and other things. The pyramid language that the new Dread units speak is actually translatable.
I don't understand this. Do we need a decipherable language? Bife is gonna have a hard time, man. Bife's not gonna be able to sleep. None of the lore people will, because now they got to think. Or do we have to decipher the other languages? I don't understand.
So players, if they're really interested in figuring out what the pyramid units are saying, could decipher these.
I hope it's purely to mess with Bife. That is funny if it's just like, I don't want you to sleep for the next week. Here's a language to decipher. And it's probably just going to be like, get good, but in Dread.
Kos yen it get. Vaktoku vakad.
Sounds like Elvish almost. Like a Lord of the Rings language.
The Husks are an interesting addition to Destiny because you've never fought anything like them before.
We talked about, oh yeah, it needs some big weapons. Like, it needs to look like this thing is serious business. They wanted a bit of a secondary unit on it, so like a 2-in-1. As the sketches were progressing, we were kind of like, oh, this feels like it's sentient. And we just love the idea.
We had all these different sound effects in our library of...
What gun is he using?
And we just love the idea.
We had all these...
I don't recognize that model. That's a new sidearm. Spire sidearm? Is it?
Different sound effects.
Oh yeah, I see it now. Okay.
Water bladders that make some really cool sounds when you're shaken. We use some sounds of slapping jello too.
Oh, I don't like that.
So that was kind of the foundation for the Husk. We have all these real physical sounds that come together and feels like an alien moving around.
I really don't like how that looks.
In the stomach of this thing.
Oh.
The collaboration between the different disciplines and the trust we have for each other. At the end, it comes out better than anybody could have made individually.
Cinematic?
There's a moment where you realize, looking at the final shape, that it's not just a story about the Guardian's journey. It's also kind of the story of Destiny's journey. It starts in a place of uncertainty,
oh no,
and then it changes and evolves, and it proceeds forward into the unknown.
I just don't like how it deforms.
To the final shape, those two experiences converge. We know where we're going. We know where we're aiming for.
I I feel very confident about the love and the work and the thoughtfulness that everyone working on this release put into it. And I think it's inevitable that when people start going in and experiencing all these different things that make up this expansion, I think they're gonna see it.
I won't lose another soldier in this war.
What do you think of the news of All Voice, Moon? I'm gonna put my face back on now. There we go, chat. Hello. For anyone that wasn't here last night, I have a new outfit that's like the main thing. I think his voice is good. That's like as close, probably, that they could find for, like, as close to Lance Reddick as a voice could get without it being him. I hope Cade makes Crow Hunter Vanguard. In response, Crow tries. It's hard. Yeah. Yeah, this is like, if you told me that was Lance Reddick just like a little bit, and I didn't know that it was someone else, I would believe you.
Expansion, I think they're gonna see it.
I won't lose another soldier in this war.
Also, Screeb skeet shooting. Like, if you just told me he was, like, older, Zavala, I would believe that his voice went like that. Yeah. 100%. Also, I think this is the dungeon. Like, preview. I don't think this is the raid, but I think this will be the dungeon. It does. Because that's one of the Exodus ships. There's the old chapel from the EDZ, like the church. I don't know where they're standing on. I see a Vex. Well, I see a pyramid ship that just nosedives. Yeah. Can put music back on.
That I can see like the Cosmodrome thing over there.
Yeah. So that's an Exodus ship. That's either from like where Failsafe is.
Or Cosmodrome.
Oh, the Cosmodrome. There's the chapel. This, I'm guessing, is Vex, kinda. Maybe like Osiris's place.
It must be Vex.
These are Hive. And then that ship. I don't know what that ship is. Like the one that comes in on the left?
I have no clue.
Unless that's like one of our ships, and that's why the hunter kind of came in.
So you think the dungeon will be in the new location?
I think this is like near the center of the Traveler. Or like something.
Somewhere in the Pale Heart.
That might also be the intro when we first like approach before going through the portal.
In this trailer, Zavala's talking about hoping someone would be resurrected. Who do you think he's talking about?
I think probably, well, when he's talking about like, it looks like he's in a cabin, so it might be his son.
His son or Amanda?
I don't know about Amanda. Probably his son because he feels guilt.
I'm still surprised Amanda hasn't been resurrected.
Yeah. This could either be the dungeon or the intro mission. Because, you know, when we launch into a new season, we like take our little look around. I think this is what that might be.
Now, it reminds me of when they were advertising for Lightfall. The like big thing was us standing on a ship.
Yeah.
As it's about to go into hyperspace.
Yeah. So I think that's what this might be. This might be like the pass through into the Traveler.
That or the dungeon.
So there's a shotgun and two hand cannons. One that's kind of green-ish in the hunter's hand. And then I think the normal one we've seen in the warlocks.
Either way, I want both.
Looks good. So, ability tuning. Stasis. Frost armor. So now it's like reducing incoming damage. Resistance grows stronger as you gain stacks. Okay. Reduces damage from PvE by 4.5 per stack and from enemies by 2. Whisper of Rhyme. No longer grants a stasis shard over shield when collecting a shard. Now increases the duration of frost armor. So they're just rewording it. Now grants a small amount of health and a stack of frost armor. Shared cooldown on rapid stasis shard creation. Cooldown is intended to be generous. Harvest aspects. Grim Teutonic Glacial Harvest is equipped stasis shards, grant a small amount of health. Yep. Large shards from Grim Harvest grant more health. Okay. All harvest now have a standardized cooldown. Okay. I don't really use stasis, so I don't really care as much about this. On entering your dusk field grenade volume, you and your allies gain armor. Okay. See you, little mini bubble. 0.9 seconds while in the volume, an additional. Okay. Stasis weapon final blows have a chance to create a shard. Okay. That's all for Titan. Warlock. Increases maximum number of seekers created before going on cooldown from 5 to 7. Okay. Hunters have a lot more. So this is general. Base PvE, shatter damage from 2 to 400. Okay. Soaring targets briefly increases class ability regen. Bonuses reduced in PvP. Good. Ads are coming in 9 minutes. Grants PvE damage reduction when active. Glacier Grenade. Okay. Damage versus PvE combatants has increased by 10%. Size of the area by 50. Damn. Increased lunge. Lunge tracking angular speed from 7 degrees per second to 21. I have no clue what that does. Now automatically begins sprinting when the player throttles forward. Okay. Diamond Lance. Oh, a 2-for-1. Well and Ward. Well, Radiance now grants Radiant for 8 seconds when players exit the well. Reduced survivability while standing in the well. Reduced healing per second from 100 to 50. Matching restoration times 2. Okay. Increased heal on cast from 40 to 300. So, Stag would help with this. Like this part. Having better healing works well. Reduced damage resistance versus combatants from 40 to 20. And boss combatants from 40 to 10. Oh, well, really is just not. This might be an overcorrection. Increased max orbs from defeating targets well aura from 4 to 5. Ward of Dawn. Removed armor of light over shield. You just get a void over shield now. Armor of light now instead grants additional damage resistance to players inside. 30% versus enemy players and 60 versus enemy AI. Effective health of players inside the ward dome remains roughly the same as it was before versus PvE. Effective health of players inside the worm is significantly lower than it was before versus other players in PvP by stacking bastion barricades inside the ward. Okay. Allies near the dome now have Void Overshield trickled on over time. Okay. No longer provides weapon lights by default. So the helmet does that. So now it's purely just a barrier. No weapon increase. Ward of Dawncaster can now generate additional orbs of power by defeating enemies with melee attacks in or near their dome. Okay. Additionally, we've seen that the supers above and burst damage supers in the same tier have increasingly dominated the Crucible landscape due to their uptime. While we do want to maintain some texture across a match when supers become available, the delta is currently a bit too high, especially in 3v3. Alright. We're making a change to all supers in the final shape. Different types of supers will have different passive recharge times. All supers will now use the same damage-based rechargers. Welcome back. So Bubble will no longer give weapons of light.
Of course.
That is now a perk on the Helm of Saint 14. So there's more of a reason to actually run Helm.
Okay.
Also, it's no longer giving Armor of Light. It gives a Void Overshield.
Okay. So basically they're making the Void thing...
They're just trying to reduce...
Bubble more defense, and they're making Well more offense.
Yeah. And now it's like, Void Overshield makes sense as opposed to the...
If you want.
Armor Overshield, or like Armor of Light. So now it's, you're not just got a bunch of random buffs.
Yeah.
Well, though, I think they're overcorrecting a little.
I agree.
Reduced healing per second from 100 to 50.
From 100 to 50 health.
Matching restoration. That I can understand. You just use stag, right? Increase heal on cast. Great. Reduced damage resistance versus non-boss combatants from 40 to 20. Reduced damage resistance versus boss combatants from 40 to 10. No one's going to use Well. Because part of Well is that shield you get.
Yeah.
Damage versus enemy players is unchanged. Who uses Well in PvP?
Lots of people in Trials.
In Trials? Trials and I guess Gambit. For the 20 people that play Gambit. This one, they're going to walk back immediately.
Oh, 100%.
Because this...
People are not going to be happy with that one.
This one you can just fix with an exotic. This increased heal on cast is fine. This non-boss combatants I think is fine. Because you just put down a rift in the Well. It's this one that's going to be useless. Because no one's going to use Well as opposed to just a rift, because just run stag and you'll get the same bonus. Arc Strider, or arc abilities. So Hunter, Arc Staff, Heavy Palm Strike attacks and Heavy Air Slam blind enemies. Disorienting Blow, decreased base cooldown from 100 seconds to 90. Tempest Strike added additional damage resistance versus PvE combatants when activated, lingering for a short duration after the attack. Warlocks, Lightning Surge added additional damage resistance versus PvE combatants when activated, lingering for a short time. Ball Lightning increased the final arming shape size by 30%, and fixed an issue where the arming shape was offset upward, higher than the maximum damage range of the projectile's detonation. And Chain Lightning increased secondary chain projectiles base damage from 27 to 54. some of these I don't know how useful that'll be.
I don't know.
Thunderclap. Additional damage resistance versus PvE combatants when activated. So just activating your melees gives you a little damage resistance.
Okay.
Increased minimum damage versus PvE combatants by 20. Increased max versus PvE combatants by 33%. And max damage versus enemy players by 14. So Arc just gets a buff. Adding keyword utility. I'm not going to read the paragraphs because the main thing is just this. So, knockout. Increased bonus damage granted to powered melee attacks versus PvE combatants from 25 to 50, so it's double. Reworked healing behavior. No longer unstuns health regeneration on melee defeats. Now instantly grants a chunk of healing that scales with the type of target defeated. Another player gives 30 health. Red bar gives 50. Yellow or orange bars give 75, and then yellow bars give 100. Touch of Thunder, Storm Grenade. Increased tracking travel speed when targeting PvE combatants from 0.5 or between 0.5 and 1 meters per second, increasing with the storm's lifetime. Then also with Touch of Thunder, Lightning Grenade. Now applies Jolt after the first damage event rather than prior. Arc Grenades. Storm Grenade has increased damage versus PvE combatants by 20%, and Touch of Thunder's variants damage are increased, or is unchanged. Skip Grenades have increased damage by 15%. Same with Arc Bolt against PvE. Fragments, Spark of Recharge. Ability regeneration bonus now persists until the player returns to full shields rather than deactivating as soon as shields begin to recharge. Spark of Beacons now also triggers on defeating targets with arc power ammo weapons. And then Frequency now also grants 15 weapon stability on powered melee hit in addition to the reload buff. So you reload and then it's a little easier to control. What was that? I heard another voice in the background.
Oh yeah, I accidentally opened my phone and YouTube.
Solar. Hunter. Lightweight knife. Now has 2 melee charges. Increased throw animation speed. So it's faster. Reduced suppression time between throws. So it's just faster. And you have 2 now. The additional melee charge does not stack with Ophidius Spath. Due to the exotic's unique energy recharge behavior, we'll be monitoring this and evaluating how things are playing once things go live. Okay. Knock him down, reduce the internal cooldown on throwing knife. Refund from 1 second to 0.2 seconds. What do you think of that?
I don't know.
Okay. Golden Gun Marksman. Reduce strength of orbs of power created on precision hit as follows. When hitting non-boss enemies, reduce strength from 0.75 to 5, or 0.5, of a normal super orb of power. When hitting boss enemies, reduce strength from 0.75 to 0.4. And then when hitting boss enemies, while Star Eater scales is equipped, reduce strength from 0.75 to 0.35. So it's better to not have Star Eater scales on by a 0.05%. That's a weird thing to change.
My thought process on this all is like, Golden Gun just got good again.
Yeah, so this is me thinking maybe like it has something to do with the sniper. Maybe the sniper does interact with Golden Gun. For our Sunbreakers, Titan, Consecration. The slam attack can now shatter stasis crystals. Ignitions generated by Consecration now deal 20% additional damage to PvE combatants. Fixed an issue where the slam attack was sometimes unable to damage floating combatants while they were grounded. Fixed an issue where its intended PvE damage resistance was not being applied. Good. Hammer of Soul. Increased projectile submunition count when Soul Invictus is not equipped as follows. If the projectile detonates within the first 0.7 seconds of its lifetime, it now creates 4 shrapnel, up from 3. If it detonates after the first seconds, like 0.7 seconds of its lifetime, it now creates 6 instead of 5. While Soul Invictus is equipped, only 3 shrapnel submunitions are created, regardless of flight time. And the shrapnel now deal additional damage when Soul Invictus is not equipped, with the damage increasing after the first. So that's for when it's not equipped. So now, if you're using Hammer of Soul, but you don't have Soul Invictus equipped, it does more damage. Swarm Grenade. Increased tracking shape and size from 4 to 6 meters. Increased lingering duration from 7 to 8 seconds to 10 to 11. And increased damage versus PvE combatants by 20%. Void. Hunter. Snare Bomb. Increased lingering duration of smoke after detonation from 3 to 5. Small damage over time to enemies in smoke, which increases in strength the longer they stay there. So put that in a choke point, I guess. Increased linger duration of the smoke after detonation from 4.5 to 6 seconds for Trapper's Ambush. Stylish Executioner. Weaken effect can now be applied by glaive melee attacks. What do you think of that?
I don't love it, but
Okay. I mean, that's just straight buffs.
yeah. I just don't like using glaive, so I don't care for it too much.
Fair enough. Shield Throw for Titan. Increased max bounce from 4 to 5, max lifespan from 3 to 4 seconds. Now increases its tracking, shape size, and strength after each bounce, increasing its ability to consistently find a new target. Slightly increased gravity and decreased thrust speed with each bounce. Increased damage to PvE targets by 20%. Partially a preventative fix to stop players from getting into a bad timer state. Offensive Bulwark can now only extend Void Overshield's timer to its normal maximum duration to prevent an issue where players could get into a bad timer state. Now regenerates a small portion of your active Void Shield with each melee defeat. Warlock. This is what I care about. Chaos Accelerant. Charged Magnetic Grenade increases the maximum intensity of physics knockback impulse by 10%. What does that mean? So you knock them back more?
Yes.
Increased damage by 20%. Now passively decreases your magnetic grenade's cooldown by 10% while Chaos Accelerant is equipped. Okay. So that's just an extra grenade cooldown. Pocket Singularity. Increased detonation damage to PvE combatants by about 50%. Okay. From the first minute of your experience with Prismatic, Pocket Singularity will be available to equip and use. Piece of feedback we've heard for a while now is that it struggles in high-level PvE content, and we agree. Pocket Singularity, what does that do again? I think I have that equipped, but I don't fully remember all it does. Well, we want its overall primary fantasy to remain displacement and knockback. We're giving it a sizable damage increase versus PvE combatants. Finally, we're taking a look at Nova Bomb to improve its overall damage output without the need of super boosting exotics. For Cataclysm Nova Bomb, we're increasing its maximum secondary seeker count. That's the one I use. And making it more consistent. For Vortex, we're increasing the lifetime of the damage. So now, instead of 4 mini Nova Bombs when it explodes, there's 6. and then the vortex just has longer duration. I'll hop on my Titan. Okay. Threat of warding. Reduced woven mail duration on orb of power pickup from 10 to 5. Hunters. Ensnaring slam. Detonation volume versus enemy players is now a cylinder with a 6.5 meter radius rather than a sphere with an 8 meter radius. Okay. Similarly, threaded spike has reduced damage to enemy players from 79 to 70, and catching your threaded spike no longer breaks invisibility. Warlock, Weaver Skull. Defeating a target with strand damage now has a chance to generate a perched threadling. That's the one that orbits you. The higher chance of generation from defeating more powerful targets. This damage can be from any source, including other... Oh. Bless. Do you know what that means?
What?
Threadling feedback. So if a threadling defeats a champion, there's a high chance of a threadling going back on your person to just send out again.
That's pretty good.
And that's from any damage, including other threadlings. Grapple tangles and melee. Grapple tangles no longer fully refresh their duration when grappled to. Now increase their duration by a maximum of 5 seconds per grapple, reducing to a maximum of 1 second added after 5 consecutive grapples to the same tangle. Titan. Into the fray. Reduced melee energy regen scalar from 4 to 3 in PvE activities. Unchanged in PvP. I'm just getting this. Banner of War. Reduced maximum timer from 30 to 24 seconds. Melee, glaive melee, and super damage bonuses now have diminishing returns with Syntheseps. What the hell, man? Melee bonuses decreased from 1.4 to 1.15. Glaive from 1.25 to 1.125. And super from 1.4 to 1.2. Melee and glaive melee damage bonuses now have diminishing returns with Worm God Caress. Melee 1.4 to 1, and glaive melee from 1.4 to 1.05. Finally, for Frenzied Blade, we've identified an issue where the melee lunge target point was being offset too far. I think this Banner of War melee might be walked back a little bit. At least for like the diminishing returns.
Yeah.
Okay. Dev Insight. Final Shape Armor Tuning. Hunter. Triton Vice no longer requires a glaive that matches your subclass to trigger its extra detonations. That sucks that was the thing before. Glaive projectile final blows now also trigger a detonation that always trigger a detonation that matches the glaive's damage type, even when the glaive does not match your subclass. Why was that not the thing before? The surrounded effect provided by Triton while wielding a glaive now lingers on the player for 5 seconds. Dragon Shadow has been updated to trigger its effects when you are ensnaring slam or the new Ascension arc aspect. Foe Tracer. This was on a Hunter in one of the trailers. Foe Tracer now grants the bonus damage it inflicts on a target to weapons. The damage type also matches that of the ability used to damage the target instead of matching your equipped subclass. With Prismatic, you can apply a variety of different damage elements with your abilities, and this change allows Foe Trace to buff multiple different weapon damage types instead of just the one that matches your subclass. We wanted to add an additional benefit to 6th Coyote, along with Armamentarium for Titans, since otherwise the Spirit of Coyote perk on the new exotic class items would have granted the same benefits as the original exotic. Taking inspiration from Claws of Ahamkara, and added the ability for the 6th Coyote to create orbs of power from final blows after using your class ability. This is implemented as the exotic, granting a free copy of the Reaper armor mods effects. Renewal Grasps have been updated to grant the new Frost Armor stasis keyword. Okay. So that's just like Woven Mail, but for stasis. Star Eater scales. Increase the orbs of power required to grant maximum benefits from 4 to 6. Reduce the increased super energy gained per orb of power when Golden Gun is equipped from 2% down to 0.5. Titan Ursa Furiosa to improve the new Void aspect Unbreakable. Now provides increased movement speed while guarding, and also grants super energy for guarding with Unbreakable. This energy scales based on the amount of incoming damage it absorbs. Eternal Warrior no longer requires an arc subclass for arc final blows to grant its escalating arc weapon damage bonus. This allows it to synergize with prismatic builds more easily. Its behavior related to Fists of Havoc is unchanged. So I think they're going to be making a lot of exotics kind of more neutral. It sounds. You know? Armamentarium. Armor. Additional benefit. Beyond granting a second grenade charge, it now creates orbs of power from grenade final blows. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Kepri's Horn was feeling lackluster in many situations, so we increased the potency of its Solar Blast. Increase the damage from the Solar Blast by 100% in PvE. The Solar Blast now scorches each time it hits a target instead of scorching only once. Kepri's Horn now benefits from Ember of Eruption and Ember of Ashes. Heart of Inmost Light's buffs in the HUD could easily crowd out other important information. We felt it could be less verbose in its HUD feedback, so now it displays a single consolidated status effect in the HUD to communicate its state. So it's just a HUD change. Syntheseps is an exotic all about being in the thick of a group of enemies, and its effects are potent to offset the inherent danger of being surrounded. However, we felt that it was too easy to carry those powerful effects. Reduce the amount of time that effect lingers after no longer being surrounded from 8 to 5 seconds. The duration is now visible as a timer on the buff. Severance Enclosure. Its explosions now require line of sight to damage enemies. That's what I was using for Strand, man. We also reduced the knockback intensity of these explosions, which will now launch enemies more consistently vertically. Okay, Mantle of Battle Harmony. It's been adjusted to grant more super energy for defeating powerful enemies, and the cooldown on granting super energy has been removed. Intended to make it more potent in a wider variety of activities. Now grants super energy ranging between 1.5 and 4.5%. So if you kill a champion or like a mini boss, you get 4.5% of your super back.
Yeah.
Baladros. Activating your rift grants you and nearby allies maximum frost armor when Frost Pulse is equipped. Activating Winter's Wrath Shatter Attack grants nearby allies maximum amounts of frost armor. When Wrath ends, you gain max stacks of frost armor as well. Secret Filament's Empowering Rift will now reset a player's existing Devour buff back to 11 seconds when they enter it, in addition to its previous behavior. Brow now requires final blows with a weapon matching your grenade's damage type instead of matching your equipped subclass, making it a neutral exotic. Sunbracers has seen quite a bit of time in the sun this season. We wanted to bring down some of its extreme potency and crowd control, while also tackling the visual noise it produces on the battlefield. It's not that bad. However, we didn't want to remove its core identity of blanketing the battlefield in solar light. Reduced the increased solar grenade duration from 4 to 2 seconds. Reduced its increased grenade recharge rate to allow a max of 4 grenades while the effective is active. Is one grenade really going to make that much of a difference?
No.
This feels like a useless change. like just 2 seconds less. When multiple warlocks used Cenotaph Mask on a single target, it resulted in far more heavy ammo than was healthy for the sandbox. It also pushed fire teams into all using the same build. I have never seen someone use Cenotaph.
Neither have I.
Multiple players using Cenotaph can no longer trigger its effects using a single enemy target. Cenotaph's target lock visual marker is now hidden for the exotic wearer and only applies to the wearer's allies. This, I've never seen this or heard about this. These two feel like changes that someone at Bungie had experience with, and they decided to change it. Because I've never heard of the Cenotaph thing. Powered melee. Would allow players to circumvent this cost. Makes it difficult to balance the potency of effects that require powered melee. We want to standardize this better across the sandbox. We are starting by updating Severance Enclosure and Assassin's Cowl to only trigger their effects when a player spends a melee charge or uses a finisher to get a final blow. We plan on rolling this type of change out to more content that triggers powered melee in the future updates. And then Artifice upgrades. Even if you've spent the time to get that triple 100 Artifice armor, one piece was always a bit left out. Whether you're looking to make everything match or get the last +3 to resilience, or just want to get your hands off Artifice gear for the hands on it for the first time, we figured it was about time for us to tie up those loose ends. With the release of Final Shape, exotic armor will now be able to access the unique mod slot and free stat mods of Artifice armor. So exotics can now have 100, or probably like, they'll just have more. Exotic armor can now be upgraded after it has been fully masterworked, granting an Artifice mod slot. This comes at the cost of an exotic Cipher and 10,000 Glimmer. The Glimmer doesn't matter, it's the Cipher that matters. Ammo Finder. That's a good song. Ammo Finder mods reset the progress towards a brick whenever you die. Want to make it more predictable. Raid armor mods. However, while these are strong, they don't feel impactful enough in practice, especially since they may not fit into your existing build. As a result, Final Shape, we are making it easier to layer these extra elements into your loadouts as you go for that perfect weapon roll. Removed all mod energy costs for raid-specific armor mods. That's a good change. Now for the TWID. Watch the Vidoc. Part 2 is coming out tomorrow. We've already seen that. World's first race. Twitch Rivals. Oh. Sand and Salvation. June 9th. So the raid has the Witness. Given the emblem. And Roots remain emblem. From Twitch Rivals. Guns are going to be dropping more now. Ends on June 3rd. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 days left for this bonus. Pathfinder World Systems Team. Oh, what is Pathfinder? Brand new pursuit system that consolidates bounties, patrols, and weekly vendor challenges into one streamlined system you can access anytime, anywhere. I don't like this. Different Pathfinders can be accessed from relevant screens of the director. So I don't like this idea. Like, I know this is like, this will replace like the, like what Zavala has, is my guess. But I don't like adding another menu when all the quest stuff was already on one screen. Especially if these are per planet now. I feel like this is worse. When you open Pathfinder, you will be presented with 20 objectives divided into 5 tiers, leading to every Guardian's favorite thing, big shiny loot. Is it worth it? You can progress through all the objectives. You will need to claim at least one in each tier before you can claim an objective in the following. Every time you claim an objective, you will receive rewards, progressing your path towards the final reward. Resetting it costs Glimmer, but it'll give you a new set of objectives to complete and a new final reward to pursue. These new cards are built using a mixture of authorial control and procedural generation. I don't like this. As long as you still have the Glimmer to do so, you can continue to reset the Pathfinder cards after claiming final rewards as many times as you like each week. But the value of the final reward will diminish with resets of your card to a point. Why diminish it? Anytime you tell players, oh yeah, you do this and your rewards will get less, they're not going to do it. However, with each weekly reset, the value will also reset. Your objective progress will be lost and every Guardian will start the week the same. I don't like that. I don't like this system, but maybe it'll be better once we actually have it. Final Shape will launch with 2 of these. One available to all Guardians that replaces the bounty systems and weekly challenges for our core ritual activities, and then one you will unlock in the Pale Heart as part of the expansions campaign. So instead of doing strikes to get loot for that, or Nightfalls, this is gonna kill Gambit fully.
Yeah.
So what they're doing is they're taking this system of complete ritual activities. They're just earn points by completing Nightfalls. Each of those are going to be a node on that tree. No one's going to play Gambit. Unless it's like a required node for something. Crucible. Less people are going to play Crucible. Because now instead of complete matches in the new territory playlist, you get an exotic engram. That's going to be a node. That probably doesn't give the same reward. I don't like that. The Rituals Pathfinder provides a set of objectives that span all our activities. Strikes, Nightfall, Onslaught, Gambit, and Crucible. Some can be completed in any of these activities, while others require you to dive into the specific one. An update later in the year will make it even easier to get to these screens while you're in their activities, as well as make it easier to access the rituals. Okay, if it's like this, right? Are you looking at my stream?
I'm trying to learn how to whale skate. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I was looking at that.
So,
I really don't like
let's
that
say
rule.
Gambit is like these two. This one is like strikes, like complete 2 Crucible matches, Nightfall, and then end. You completely bypass Gambit. People don't go into Gambit now, unless you want the shader.
We're gonna go into Gambit next.
Yeah, but if these two are Crucible, right? Or like if just this one's Crucible, and this one is another strike, you just go here and sideline. You can completely avoid PvP already.
Yeah.
And unless, like here, Gambit, it's just XP. There's no powerful. I go to Gambit, and it's just the complete ritual activities. But it's powerful gear. If I'm not getting gear and just XP, why would I pick that node? There's no point to doing that.
Yep.
Unless I'm just spending what, an hour or something to get a powerful engram? With this, we have 4 core goals. First one is consolidation. This is not the consolidation we needed, though. Destiny 2 is an enormous game that has evolved constantly over the last decade. Many pursuit systems have been added to the game over time, and these systems are accessed in a myriad of different ways that make it difficult for Guardians, experienced or not. Is it? To understand where they can be, what they can be doing at any given point in time. That I agree with. I don't think this is the solution, though. Just have... Was that not the whole point of this thing where you go to the map and you hit E? The milestones?
Pretty sure.
Just have milestones have, like, a recommended activity. Or just say, like, here's all the things you haven't done yet. Like, all these yellow markers that also show up telling you, hey, do this. Now there's probably going to be another thing.
Keep in mind, same company that's also getting rid of legendary shards because they're not new player friendly.
Our second goal was to give players more agency. Bounty systems in Destiny typically let Guardians pick from a handful of fixed bounties that reset each day and provide repeatable bounties for those who wish to further engage. So change the bounties. You can't say, well, people that drive this car don't like the way it looks, so here's a new car. You just change the color of the car. If the issue is that they're fixed and that you don't get to pick what activity you do for that, change how the bounties work instead of getting rid of them. Because what point is there now to go to a world vendor? Their armor is not useful. These limited choices result in a system that feels prescriptive about how you should play, which they said they were going to change, instead of putting you in control. We want Guardians to feel ownership over their engagement with these systems, with the ability to chart a course that matches their goal. This is the same thing. Summon Primeval and Gambits is a bounty. Now I just don't have to do that. This is just the bounty screen in a different look. With that in mind, our third goal was making decisions matter a bit more. Our existing pursuit system consists largely of disconnected individual objectives that have no effect on each other. In many cases, a Guardian's decisions regarding these objectives are limited to doing or not doing a specific objective or spending Glimmer to re-roll repeatable bounties they don't like. So fix that. Pathfinder's system incentivizes Guardians to complete objectives that may otherwise be out of their comfort zone to achieve a more direct path for their final reward. They will not do that. I would rather do another strike than do Gambit.
Yeah.
If it means I have to go up, over, and then down one, and like on here, the final tier, or like just before the final tier, PvP, PvP, Gambit. If someone absolutely doesn't want to do PvP or Gambit, they won't progress to this.
No, they won't.
Summon 3 Primevals. I don't get to do that in some Gambit matches because the other team speedruns. Out of your comfort zone to a more direct path, it also allows Guardians to forge a more elongated path around objectives that don't call out to them. As their options diminish closer to the final reward, Guardians will be challenged to engage with a particular activity, mode, or playstyle. Just give Gambit its own thing instead of having it be a... And finally, our fourth goal was reduce barriers. So let's face it, much of our time as Guardians is spent zipping between destinations to prepare to play the game. Flying to the tower, flying to the helm, flying to Europa. These are all issues that they've set for themselves. It all takes time that we could be spending fending off the Witness and thwarting its universe-threatening plan to enact the final shape. With Pathfinder, you already have your objectives, and they're always progressing as you play, whether they are locked or unlocked. There's no need to visit a vendor or use the Destiny app to grab bounties. No need to balance your inventory of quests and bounties. And no need to travel to vendors to claim your reward for a weekly challenge. So, what's the point of a planet? If I no longer have to go to the helm to talk to someone, unless it's a quest, like a story quest, there's no reason to have Devrim here as a vendor.
At that point, there's no reason to have any social spaces.
There's no reason for a social space. There's no reason for any of these planetary vendors. Eris, Failsafe, Nimbus, like Varix, Finch, Shaw, and like Devrim. There's no point to any of them.
Nope.
Unless it's a story thing, so I go visit Earth like twice, and then where do I go? You end up back here where, okay, I no longer have story stuff. And I'm at the point where it's not worth doing the Pathfinder. What do I do to grow? I have to wait a day or two or however long for the week to reset? This is going to be changed again. Objective reward. Vendor reputation, 4,000 XP. So I go there to reset and then hop out. Path completion. Redacted exotic. Okay. Powerful tier 3 engram, pale heart gear. 1 rank of vendor rep. 25,000 XP. This is for the first path. Second path. You get an exotic. Pale heart engram, focusable. 375 rep, 25,000 XP. Third path. Pale heart engram, focusable. 375 vendor reputation, 2500 XP. Repeatable. World legendary engram, 150 vendor rep, 4000 XP. For which vendor? So at this point, with Pathfinder, there's no need to visit a vendor. Why am I getting vendor rep then? Just give me the reward. There's no need to travel to vendors to claim your reward for a weekly challenge. So just give me the reward, don't give me vendor rep. I don't understand that. Objectives. Calibrations. Directly replace bounties. Most common objective category on the Pale Heart Pathfinder. In the Pale Heart, defeat combatants of a certain faction. In the Pale Heart, defeat combatants using weapons that match your subclass type. Okay, so that's the same thing. Players must go to field assignments. Players must go to the locations in the Pale Heart and complete a custom encounter that only appears while the objective is active. Travel to Redacted and complete Redacted.
Well, I'm gonna go eat something. I'll talk to you later.
Alright, I'll be here.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Venture. Progress through the redacted activity and loot the chests. Completing redacted objective grants additional progress. First 3 completions: Prime Engram, Enhancement Prism, 150 Bright Dust. This is nice. XP. Prism Dust XP. Core 30 Bright Dust XP. Updating Quest tab. On how on-screen information channels have been updated to show buffs and debuffs and weapon perks. We've introduced for the Quest tab. Why do you show bounties here then? If they're getting replaced. This is current. But you got 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So a 4 by 7 as opposed to 2 by 7. Starting on the 4th, players will be able to set any quest category. I'm going to turn the music down a little. So you'll be able to set any quest category in the left column as the default when you enter the tab. Okay. All milestones will now show up on the quest tab, although they will not count together or count against the total amount of quests and bounties. So you're adding more stuff into the pool. For players who want to keep everything more organized, we've also updated the quest tab so that tracking them in individual categories will now bring them to the front of the sort order. Okay. If you hover over a quest in the tab, it will let you know when you can launch it directly from the details screen, so now it's more straightforward to get from checking it to playing it. We've also integrated reputation boosts into ritual activity nodes at the top of the director screen, so when those are active throughout an episode, players will get that information at a glance. Okay. Remember when we told you legendary shards would go away for good? It's less than 2 weeks away. Put them to use. Our recommendations: buy raid banners. Or exchange them for some resource at pools. Riven. Nezarek. That's it, okay. Okay, new emblems. Cool. I don't know, that feels... I don't like the way that system is set up. I feel like this is fine. There are better ways they could do it, though, than creating a whole new menu. So... where's the last sector today? Head armor. Hey, Maple. Neptune. Oh, it's in here this time. Okay. I'm gonna do this instead. I gotta unlock more strand stuff.
Hey, it's my little... Check this out.
What do you got for me? Final blows. Like, I know bounties are bad. Just kind of like trying to streamline stuff. I get that.
Oh yeah.
But I feel like there's better ways Like, maybe just more Colgate Optic White. Nice. Don't make them as specific. Because they've talked about how they're trying to make it so that they're not forcing you to use certain weapons or abilities, or kill certain things, or do certain activities. And having something that's like, get arc kills, is a perfect thing for that. Because then I can use arc weapons, I can use arc abilities. Why are there so many Centurions?
The Vex are running off with the array. Get them before they reach the Nexus.
Oh, so Cortez, if you're still here, and you're a real person, my bad, but I've had bot messages like that before, so that's why I timed you out. Right, Daniel? This feels like kind of thing that Bungie likes to do, where they mix it. They know there's an issue, and they think they know, or they've probably done internal testing on like what feels good. So this probably feels better than I'm thinking, and I'm just speaking from a place where I don't know what it is. But it doesn't seem like the best way to do this. I'll switch to Strand after this. Heavy? I didn't make that jump. Damn. Before I started the story, this was a lot easier to kill. There we go. And let me turn the music back up a little. Where do we go?
I've been told by our good friends in Catastrophe Response that the Vex have great raw materials for repairing some damages. So, don't worry about the cleanup on this one. Just bring up the party and we'll solve two problems at once.
There we go. I wish I had my super back up. Would have ended this a lot quicker. There we go. All three came to res me. Thank fellow Titans. I just realized we're all Titans. And a Warlock. That's my bad. Wait, what was that? Location data, data cipher. Dive into the... okay. Where is that lost sector? Is that this one? No. That's... well, let's see what we got. A curse ship? Oh, that's probably where I need to go. Let's get a new strand ability. Oh! It's a long title. Okay. How far am I on this catalyst? 15%. Gonna take a while. Yeah. Take me home. That's a good one. That works for now. Bum, bum. I'll just grab the next one in order. We'll go like that. 50. Defeating targets with a tangle grants melee. We'll put that on. Let's do that one. Reloads the current weapon and grants airborne effectiveness. Ah. Grants class ability energy. Gives an orb of power. Picking up an orb of power grants weapon energy. Puts me at 90. I'll stick with this. I just make a build I find fun with exotics that seem cool. And then I read they're getting a nerf. Man. Alright. That was a smooth landing. So Moon should be back when he's done eating. We might end up doing a dungeon or something. Sometime next week, we're gonna be doing Pantheon with the boys. I don't actually know what the bosses are supposed to... You're supposed to die. I don't know what the bosses are supposed to be. Next, if it recycles into... There we go. I think it just recycles into what week 1 was. Come on. Where is this? Dive into the lost sector. That would be that one. I was confusing the names. There it is. There's an ad coming in 3 minutes.
Looks like this goes all the way inside the ship. I'm going to send some of this telemetry to the Empress. She might be able to tell us something about what the Cabal here are doing.
You are pressing further into the Shadow Legion's territory, I see.
It's not like other Cabal ships we've been inside.
It wouldn't be. Callus has abandoned much of what made us Cabal. Still, there may be worthwhile intelligence.
There we go. Location data. I like the look of that icon. There you go. Oh, you are very bright. Why were they so bright? That has to be a bug.
What is the Earth idiom? Through a mirror?
Empress?
Callus forbade the right of proving, bureaucratically. An ancient tradition dying by inches. This suggests it's as if the soldiers here have tried to reconstruct that right, but have forgotten why it began.
Fighting just to fight.
Perhaps fighting only because the fight is forbidden.
Yeah, you tell someone not to do something, they're probably gonna do it. Oh. Okay. I didn't want to kill you anyway. Not with a melee like that. Oh. Where are you? There you are. Boom.
I see your report on Callus's Shadow Legion. You had
The
a question?
Archivist.
I've been wondering, can they really have just stopped being Cabal? Just like that? Even the humans we don't particularly like are still, you know, human.
This Shadow Legion has chosen to set aside centuries of our history, to revel in destruction at the command of a despot. Would a guardian who turned on your last city still be human? Another group of Callus's legionnaires dispatched. You handled yourself well, Guardian.
I guess they'd be human, they'd just be kind of a dick. You know? Oh, there you go. Peace. That's a good name. There you go. Level 2. Oh, I wish you luck, sir. Can you stop giving me blues, please? Damn, man. How many did I get? 45. I'm almost there. I'm almost at that last grenade. Taking up half the screen, damn.
Hey. Looks
Howdy.
like you've been busy. Let's see what the Shadow Legion knows about the Vex operation.
Roach Charter's Memorial. Okay. Alright. On my way. I missed. We're not going to talk about that. Excuse me while I sit here. Oh, you're hiding your... That's kind of cute. Sound like I thought I heard a chest open. Let's try Heart of Inmost Light. Let's see how much of a difference that makes. Boom. I didn't want to do that. Come on. It doesn't. Okay. Come on now. You put me all the way over here. Oh, I didn't shut these down. I forgot. Come on. Thank you. Let's go. Back to the archivist. Reading those TWIDs took like most of the stream so far. Spent 53 minutes reading them and looking at the VOD, or the Vidoc. I have how many? Just enough. There you go. I have threadlings. Come on. Hello?
Never thought I'd help save a Vex. Of course, I never thought I'd work with a smoking hot Earth warlord either. Interesting
Whoa.
times.
Hey.
Inclusion is still... asleep isn't the right word, but basically asleep. I think it just likes the quiet.
I appreciate it,
It's
Quinn.
buried too deep in the network to just yank out, so for now, I guess we just let it sleep. I'll let Nimbus and the city council figure out what to do. Nimbus says you like weapons, and as chief archivist, I have access to some fun artifacts in the vault.
Should probably put on my armor. There we go. Armored on. This Eh. Thanks. Alright. I gotta get linear and fusion damage. I'm not gonna use that Matador. Alright. Is there just no public event? I don't know what to have for supper tonight, chat. Let's get rid of this one. Two Cavastos. I will keep. Sentimental. This one, though. Yeah, I should keep these. I'll keep those two. Those are fine. This one, I have an Imperial Decree. So. If I have one crafted, I don't need these just chilling in here. That's my thinking.
Thank you for assisting me in this fact-finding mission, Guardian.
Huh?
There is much to uncover about the Veil, and your work here is indispensable.
I got you on Overwatch. Let's get to work.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What am I doing? I have a distant pull crafted, so I don't need these. Bow, bow, bow. Dragonfly's a good one for that. Get rid of that. Come to pass. I'll get rid of this one. These I'm gonna keep here. So I can grab them again at some point. Can you craft an Icarus hand cannon? Hold up. You can. Okay, so I don't need these. You're gonna put me all the way back. Not needed. Let me open dim, make sure I have one. I don't have one crafted yet, so I'll go do that. These need to be crafted, that needs to be crafted. I have a prodigal return already, so that's not needed. Pump, 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 pump. Lots of bostinados. I don't need these two. Don't need the bows. So for real, Strand Titan's not worth grinding anymore? Yeah. I'm kind of just thinking like, damn, I should probably just work on my, my hunter. Well, I have my warlock done already. So if the point of working on Titan is to get Titan up to the ability that it's done all the story and stuff, so I have to work on Hunter story. So I have way too many hammerheads, I'm realizing. I'll get rid of that one. Just came in to complain. Bro, we went through the first hour of stream was just reading the stuff and watching the Vidoc. So I feel you with that. But
Looking good, pal.
Lurkin, appreciate it. I'm yeah. I'm just gonna unlock Strand for Titan and then I'm switching over to my hunter to do stasis and Strand. Savathun Guzzler. Oh, okay. It's the craziest names I'm seeing recently. People are just coming back for this, I guess. Oh, munitions. Oh. I have to go in there, but I'll help with this public event. Because I get like 25 meditation things for finishing stuff. Although it looks like I'm the only one here, so... Alright, no one else is here. Come on, let me in. What is the end of the song?
We're in. Let me radio Nimbus and see what this is all about.
Hey, Guardian! See that eyesore of a castle? There's a Vex mine hold up in there that's been hassling us for months now. Whenever the firewall patrols drive it off, it comes back. This time it came back with some serious defenses. We can't spare any patrols right now, but we can't leave it there either. What do you say?
We'll send that Vex mine packing.
Excuse me? You were stunned, good sir. No, 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 no. Okay. Why did they not have their shields?
The entrance is protected by a mutating algorithm.
Oh.
Looks like some kind of fractal metamorphic loop. Ugh, my head is spinning just looking at it. Breaking this could take hours.
Hey, I bet I can help. Let me just get into their defense subroutines. Inject a little code here, rewrite permissions there.
Oh. A little bit of explosion. There you go. What I do all year round.
Careful with that, it's volatile
Oh.
code, and you can use it to blow holes in the Vex
Is that safe?
For you, sure. For the Vex, not so much.
I think I'll stay where I... Oh, lyrical genius. Knock, knock.
Nimbus, the hallway is blocked. We need another way around.
Are you sure?
Check your telemetry. Okay, I've identified a weakness in the firewall. Blow up those Vex and I'll make you a logic bomb.
Yeah, nope. There they are. Ah, come on, man. It was easy. Excuse me. Oh, come on, man. Oh. This guy.
Nimbus, we've got a complication. The Shadow Legion are invading the keep too.
The keep must be prime real estate, huh? Too bad we can't let the Shadow Legion get a foothold, or I'd say we let them fight each other.
I mean, we could just let them fight. Doesn't sound like the worst idea. Let them remove people and then we remove them. Any enemies? Oh, down at the end.
There's the Vex mine.
That should have gone further.
Serious shields. Nimbus, got any more logic bombs for us?
Already on it, little buddy. Just keep fighting those Vex.
Little buddy. Really? So nice of them to set up barriers for me. No super, but that's okay. Okay, that's... Oh, my nose is itchy. Oh no. Line a ring around the rosy? Oh. Oh. There we go. That's how you do it.
Stay down. Nice work. That's one less headache for me and the firewall patrols. Well, for now, anyways. That's the thing about Vex,
Iterative
right?
loop.
Stop them 100 times and they come back 101 times. It never ends.
But now you've got us. We're in this fight with you.
The Vex won't know what hit him. We'll keep an eye on this, Keep. If there's any movement, you'll be the first to know.
You know, might as well use both of these. Oh, Vince, if you're still here, I finally got my hair dyed. It's like a dark red now. $251. Oh. Okay, so that's like what? One public event, and then I have 3 new fragments. Can we survive the stampede? Yes, we can. If I can aim, which it would appear I cannot. Oh, it wouldn't let me grapple. Or grab. cheesy burrito.
Probably resent the competition. Used to be they were the only threats to the cloud art. Now they're getting crowded out by quake makers and disembodied voices and who knows what else.
Real. Finalizer. Oh, give me those munitions. Meditations, but munition sounds better. Give me a second to reload. There we go. Two? Will do, Nimbus. Yeah, they're feeling left out from being attacked. Oh, we did it. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Who goes?
You are coming out of my speakers. 1 second.
I'm doing what out of your speakers?
You are coming out of my speakers.
I do no such thing in someone's house.
Your voice is coming out of my speakers.
Okay, that's better. Thank you.
You're welcome. Question about June 4th. What time do you want to start?
What time are you available?
I'm available at any time. I am available at any time, but it's possible I would like to sleep in actually this weekend. And by sleep in, I mean like...
Oh, we can start like 11.
Isn't that when servers go on?
Yep. So we can just spend time like deliberating. I don't know if they're preloading is the thing.
I hope we can preload.
Yeah.
They've done it in past, but I don't think they did it for
I don't think so.
I remember they did it for
Yep. And for Witch Queen.
I hope we can
I'm hoping it's not a super big one. If it is.
Final shade. Downloading the update.
That's why I'm thinking we started early, because then while it's downloading we can just talk about whatever.
Yeah. Still getting strand meditations?
Yeah. I did one mission that gave me 275.
Yeah.
Or 240 or something. So. I have all the grenades, I'm just getting fragments now.
There's so many fragments.
Yeah, and now it's kind of not really worth the Strand thing, because Strand Titan just got nerfed. Like, hard.
I was expecting the Sunbracer's nerf to be more severe.
I mean... Yeah. It just is kind of unnecessary with what they did for it. Oh, I missed. 1 less grenade in 2 less seconds at time is kind of pointless. Yeah, man. But it is what it is. We'll see how it goes. Yeah.
My mom and brother were heading to the grocery store, I assume, to pick up supper.
Nice.
It's just the 3 of us for supper tonight, so I'm cooking for something good.
What are you eating?
Maybe
I still have to figure out what to do for supper. I don't know if we have meat for that. At least not meat that's out and thawed.
The game on your wish list is on sale.
Yeah, I get an email about that like daily.
Yeah, saying I am not gonna read what game it is because
That makes me think you have a porn game. Your silence does not help.
no.
Okay. What genre is it? Visual novel?
Hold on.
How do you not know what it is? Like what genre it is?
It is psychological horror.
Oh, okay. It's like Outlast or something. Oh, tank. Outlast is fine. Reload, please. There you go.
Guardian, you have my full permission to wreak havoc.
Chest. A medic savior. Oh, which one is that?
It's the dive that heals instead of a well.
No.
On solar.
No.
Is that? Okay. It's kind of fun.
Just didn't seem as potent as Rift. Also, I'm a lot more cowardly, so I just like hide somewhere and then drop my Rift.
Whereas I am significantly much more in everyone's face.
Yeah. Nice. How's that go?
Dropped with heal, clip, kill, clip.
Is that good?
I don't know if heal clip is any good. I know kill clip is.
I don't really know how heal clip works, to be fair. Okay.
That sounds kind of good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'm gonna be using the new AR type very often though.
Why?
Because for the AR type, you have to actually like go out of your way to shoot your teammates.
Oh. Yeah, no, that's kind of dumb. Ooh.
I don't think it's gonna be very like viable.
Yeah, that's fair.
It would be better just to use
Lumina's like that, right?
Lumina. It has like Lumina. You hit fire it and it shoots out these
Trackers.
tracking noble rams.
Okay.
So that's better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, having to do all. Is it just the like the AR that does it, or is it all the weapons for that set? Okay, because I was gonna say if it's all the weapons, using special ammo to just shoot your allies is useless. I think that's just a waste of ammo.
Yeah, I remember this because they were in the first like final shape reveal Vidoc.
Yep.
When they first revealed it and got a huge amount of backlash over it.
I don't remember backlash. I just remember confusion. Because like you have this system for noble rounds. Why not just use that?
They talked about the AR type. That how they were making a new AR type where you just shot it at your friends to heal them.
Which I get, but I just remember confusion over the why would you do it this way and not the way that's better.
I assume it will not be nearly as potent as Lumina.
No, because that would make Illumina useless. They're getting to the point where they're wanting to make specialty legendary weapons. Those legendary weapons are just the same. I got a blaster in on Yamuna. Those legendary weapons do the exact same thing as exotics.
I got 100 Strand meditations. I forgot I was playing on my Warlock and still haven't gotten everything on my Warlock.
Might as well do it. There's an ad coming in 6 minutes.
I'm not gonna use Strand, but because I want to use my solar build, but I'm gonna do activities here to get the stuff.
Yeah. I dismantled a bunch of stuff that was in my vault earlier, so.
Dondo finally cleaning out his vault.
Well, just stuff I had extras of, or like when I crafted something. If I craft something, because I have a bunch of stuff in my vault, so when I get those data pads, I can just craft it and delete them.
Do you think one of the first places in the new location will be the tower?
I think it'll be the old one. I think that'll probably be the vendor location.
That would make sense. Have Cade. I think it would be hilarious if they have like Cade and Zavala and Icor all at that old table.
Yeah. That would be my guess.
Nice little callback.
Yeah.
So, Cade, what's it like being dead? Kind of lonely. For some
Well,
reason,
no,
there's
you
no
don't.
other dead guardians here.
Well, you don't gotta make it sad. That is the other thing I'm curious. Why is Cade the one?
Energy matrix lets you draw power out of thin air with the right parts.
And why is there like no
right parts
Why is there? Yeah. Which tells me that it's intentional that Cade was chosen. So is it cause, like, what was the purpose?
We know the developer reasoning behind it.
Yeah, but I just mean like during the Red War, right? You had tons of Guardians that died. Their final thing, because they had no light. So what about Cade is special for that?
Oh, maybe because when those guardians died, they didn't have their ghosts.
Neither did Cade.
Yeah, but when Cade died, he died just after his ghost died. With the other guardians, their ghosts had lost the light and their ghosts were like just gone.
Yeah. Well, there's also like, okay, I get that. But then there's also any guardians that have died before and after. Like all the ones on the moon. Right? Any, like, during the collapse. All the warlords and stuff.
Eris's entire fire team.
Yeah. So, if it's the fact that they just have their ghost, where is everybody? I think the Traveler chose Cade, and I want to know the reason why. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 600 more meditations.
I do think one of the stupidest things ever, one of the stupidest decisions they made was, with Lightfall especially, was just getting rid of all the people and making them holograms.
I think that's fine, because otherwise you're loading, I don't know.
A lot more assets.
Like, they're just standing there? At least it makes sense that kind of... they're all there projected.
Apparently, though, in the lore, not everyone wanted to be put into the cloud.
Fair. I mean, like, you want to defend your city. You don't want to be shoved into, like, a sleeping pod.
I know you're busy out there, but if you get a chance, take a look around. Neo Luna is a beautiful place.
But no, they only have 2 people to defend their entire planet.
Fair enough. Okay, those 2 people also have like really good weaponry. So.
True.
Oh, I have to go visit Quinn. Right. Just trying to remember what else I was supposed to be doing up here by Nimbus.
I haven't talked to Quinn since I got that exotic glaive.
She doesn't really have anything for you.
I need to kill Vex, but no Vex have spawned.
Is it anywhere?
Not in the Vex incursion zone.
Hmm.
I accidentally fat fingered F. Love that.
See, now that Callus is gone. Right.
If it ain't my fellow
There's no other disciples of the witness.
say that.
So when we kill the witness,
Okay.
what happens to all the enemies that are powered by the witness? Because like if you get rid of the traveler, all the guardians lose their light. So I'm assuming it's the same with the witness. You get rid of him, all the Shadow Cabal lose their powers. The Dread, I'm assuming, just kind of fall apart. Or they,
Think that.
or is each ship, like each pyramid ship, like a traveler, kinda?
That would be interesting if each ship was like a traveler. Then we'd have to go and destroy every pyramid ship.
Ready to take on some
Well,
baddies?
because the servitors are meant to be like mini travelers. So if it's something like that, then... Or is there just more travelers?
Maybe. Do you think we'll finally see the gardener?
The gardener, I think, is the traveler.
Will we finally see the being inside the traveler?
I think we have. Already. The veiled statues. Is it... Like, the initial, like, cinematic cutscene for Destiny was supposed to show, like, a woman like, in, like, shrouded, whatever. Or, like, in cloth or mist or whatever.
And those statues are vaguely similar.
You know, it's just the same idea of veiled woman. So I think it's just gonna be that. That would be my guess. Does that make sense why they the witness reveres it so much? Because it wants the traveler really bad.
Yeah.
And if the traveler appeared as like some physical form, realize maybe I shouldn't do that after interacting with the witnesses people. Then, because all the statues of that woman are untouched.
Yeah.
But every other statue in the game is like dissected and whatever. So they have reverence for it, and it's probably just the traveler. So, and because it's a terraformer gardener kind of thing, I don't know, maybe they do like a Mother Earth idea, which I think would be kind of forced to do, but oh. What do you think?
I think it would be cool, but
I don't really know what else would happen. There's a public event that's about to start over here, so I'm just chilling. Waiting.
Okay. I'm doing the thing over.
Yep. What dungeon do you want to do?
Anyone with a spare gun care to help out?
I'm fine with anything.
Okay.
Except ghosts.
Do we want to get a third?
Not ghosts. I can check around, see if anyone's online.
See what Josh is up to. What's this one?
Which one should we ask Josh?
Nimbus, come in. We've got a Cabal
Just ask if he's
mobile
available
phone
first.
breaking down.
One landed next to B2. Must be an assault. On a race?
If you think you can keep up.
Joshy, good pal. Are you current?
Lee busy.
He's gonna look at twitching.
Well, yeah. I mean, you know, been pretty clear to people about like what times I'm around.
Not for the next hour. After, yes.
Okay, so we have an hour. What do you want to do for the next hour? Okay. Where? All right. Or we do a dungeon in the meantime. When we just run another one when he gets in. Woo. Should you what? What do you want to boop up? Alright. Trying to get that judgment still.
I still need a new Still need a new god roll judgment.
Oh. My audio cut out for a second.
Yes, I have the audio now, but like, judgment.
I'm not gonna make this heroic. It's one of those things where you have to like shoot the vents. And I just don't care enough to do that. Oh.
Looks like this temporary outpost
20.
stays temporary. Thanks to you.
I think that's enough to go to Nimbus. Alright. I'll grab another fragment, and then I'll launch us into Prophecy.
Okay.
Where am I at on this? 13%. That's not prophecy. There's prophecy.
Josh wants to know which one.
Which dungeon?
Yeah.
Which would he prefer? I'm just switching to my warlock. Actually, no. I'm on my hunter.
You're doing it on your hunter?
Yeah. I have to get used to it, so.
You prefer?
He's gonna hate us.
Oh, he is definitely gonna hate us. I was tempted to just tell him Ghosts of the Deep.
I would not do Ghosts of the Deep right now. Not even for the meme.
Ghosts of the Deep.
I'm gonna cry. There. Sent you a fire team invite.
I will accept that fire team invite. I'm doing it on my warlock, even though I did it on my warlock this week, but since it's grindable, it doesn't matter.
We could do
Also, I just really don't want to play on hunter.
wanna do warlords?
At this current second. Two-man warlord? With Josh?
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, propose warlord or I don't know. Garden.
Garden is a raid.
Yeah. Or we could do like an exotic mission run or something.
A hunter and a dredgen ask a question.
What is the nature of the dark?
Our
If I were to
answer
choose,
awaits you.
I would say warlords or duality.
You know what? I'm down to do duality, I guess.
Light and dark have met in the Sol system before. Perhaps this time, you'll change the outcome.
I just really want that exotic. It's a terrible exotic.
There's dark. Mm-hmm.
I got.
There's light. I'll grab it.
Oh, hi, Josh.
We're just running a prophecy quick. Oh. We were thinking of doing warlord or duality with you.
Well, I'd have to start right now for whatever that is.
Okay. Which would you prefer?
Between those two. But I wouldn't mind doing prophecy.
Okay.
I don't particularly do duality.
Fair enough.
Almost every duality run I've done, I have done LMG. Wants to run duality.
Just takes a while. Alright, let's just stick with prophecy. Alright. Now you can just
My jump button is not currently space.
What? What is it?
Side mouse button.
What? Josh, you can join whenever. Yeah, I can see that on my stream. The orb is muted. I got 3.
What do you need to do?
Well, I already picked up 3 black. That's light. I need some more black.
I made you darks.
I also got it. Welcome in, Josh. I know he's eating, but still. I need something that fires faster. Submachine gun. I don't know if I've done prophecy on my hunter at all yet.
Like ever?
Yeah, let's wait for Josh though. What do you think of my guardian?
I like him. I like him.
Her. How you fending over there, Josh? I see. It's good to hear. I don't have any banners.
I have 800.
I'm just thinking. Yes. Alright.
Josh, when you're done eating, I need you to rate my food.
Oh. Can't see anything with a bloom. What do I got? Oh. I didn't know I got revived. I haven't worked on my hunter builds at all. I'm unrefined. Just need white now. There's light. There's light. Reloading. Nice. Welcome.
Don't need it.
Welcome to stream.
Josh, I need you to rate me.
Okay, 1 sec.
You might actually be proud of me for once.
You say that like he's never been.
Well, my loadouts have never been
Mini tool and hammerhead. Okay, not bad.
I have no mods on my armor. I need to fix
And
that.
you're running both solar and void weapon surges. Okay, that's a loadout that has some thought put into it. I am impressed.
I might have the wrong damage resistance on right now, but other than that, it's kind of good.
I want to do. I messaged you both about Pantheon, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it'll be sometime during the day next week, ideally.
Okay. Only day that does not work for me is Monday, because that is my sister's graduation.
Okay, it won't be. It definitely won't be Monday, so that's okay.
Okay, cool.
Well, it's been so long, I forget where the chest is.
You don't know where the secret chest is?
It's been so long. Are these craftable now, or is it just
Just
What?
refreshed.
Wait, are we grabbing stuff already?
I assume Josh wanted the secret chest.
Secret chest.
All right, are you over there, Moon?
Heading over there. Josh has beat me to it.
'Kay.
Although I don't think I can actually even open this secret chest, because I've done it on my Warlock this week.
Oh yeah, if you have it.
And my Titan. And my Hunter.
I got Prosecutor. Okay, I'm upgrading my arms and stuff, so none of my armor has mods on it.
Well, that's a decision.
Well, I don't run my Hunters, so it's been neglected.
Josh, I was very hesitant to say yes when you asked about Pantheon.
Well, if you've been spamming LFG runs, that makes sense.
I wasn't spamming LFG runs. Dade asked me to do Pantheon, and it was LFG. Both times that I did it with him.
Of course.
And it did not go well.
I'm gonna bring Devonch in.
Oh? The return of the king?
Re-download.
Is he gonna be the right power level?
Because of whatchamacallit. You just go to Shaxx now and he has all the 1810 stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Who else is coming? Is Josiah coming?
He hasn't responded to my message, so probably not. Dade probably will. And then maybe Red.
Really?
Who that is?
Red?
He's a guy that I have been gaming with since I was...
Yeah, Red's cool. There we go. I have mods now, so I got strength at 100.
Also, Josh, I have double 100s on this loadout.
Nice. I also.
Yeah.
What are your hundreds?
Rizal and Strength.
Hmm. On a warlock.
But I've got, because it's my warlock, I've got 7 stuff in stranding.
Spammer. I need my solar ability, my solar melee constantly up for this. So.
Is it a sunrise build, isn't it?
Yeah, sunrises.
Makes sense. Do you use Phoenix Dive with your sword?
Yes I do.
Exactly what it is.
You know which video I got it from?
I don't know, it's a build that's been
Yeah. Where are we going? I didn't see where.
Did we do 3?
That was it? Maybe it was.
Did it say the way is open?
That was big.
Let's go.
I was not either.
I was busy. I don't know where I went. Is it open?
Yeah.
Okay, on my way. I made it back to the secret
It is
chest.
open, the ball is at the door.
Right, I'm on the way.
You guys see the Vidoc that came out today?
Yep.
Yep.
I spent the first hour stream looking at stuff.
Are you gonna pre-order Final Shape, Josh?
I usually don't. I usually buy.
I will for him.
No, I've got the
So I
money
know
in my
you
Steam account
don't
right
have
now.
a job.
People keep giving me Steam gift
Nah, I got carbon tax refund. I'm good.
I haven't gotten my carbon tax.
I keep telling people this. I'm like, philosophically speaking, I'm really opposed to socialism, but I also just get so much free money from people. So.
Hey, if I get free money, I'm okay with whatever.
Free money is free money.
I would rather make the money myself. But it is kind of nice.
Not if it's free. Are you kidding me?
I would rather make my money myself, but finding a job is hard.
Okay. Good luck with that. Yeah, good luck with it.
Oh,
I did this with Dade and...
Hey, Lob.
By accident.
I did this...
I thought I was standing in the dark. I thought I was standing in the dark.
When I-
Apparently was not.
When I did this with Dade, this section took like 2 minutes. Because by the time we got in, everything was already dead.
Here we go, boys.
Dave likes cheesing.
Not even cheesing, he's fast. It's like I step off the light and he's like middle.
Dark, dark, dark.
I think my gunpowder thing flew away. There you go. Oh, those are light.
No, not again.
I was slightly in the light, I guess.
I made darks.
Congrats.
Okay.
I'm sorry, useless.
Middle, middle. Still is.
Okay, let's go. Oh no, let's do light actually. This is better.
Is this like a glitch?
Nope. It's just me. In any direction.
Alright.
Three more light.
I
made dark.
I did not kill the knight. That was fine.
Whoa.
3 for 3 right now, guys. Light, light, light.
I made dark.
You made dark. Stop making dark.
Look, I'm trying to get kills, man.
No.
I got catalysts I'm trying to work on.
Okay, middle.
4 for 4.
I'm learning Hunter.
That doesn't matter. That has not like to do with the
Hunter with Ariana's name.
Yeah.
light.
What's wrong with Ariana's? Ariana's a wonderful singer.
Personally, more of a Slipknot fan.
You would be.
Did we make more light?
I haven't encountered a single
Okay. No way you just did that.
I'm just being a pain to Josh.
Josh, I
Hey.
made lights.
I have to like maneuver around all these dark modes now. Because
I can grab the light
No,
motes.
okay, I got it.
Oh, I already
Requires
picked up.
some finesse.
I already picked up.
Okay,
I'm gonna die.
Guardian down.
I see your body.
I don't like Warlock jump still. Better than Titan jump though. Josh, it spent me like 40. It took me like 40 minutes to understand Titan jump.
What do we need? Alright, light, come in. I don't have Ariana, so I can't actually do what I was doing before.
I made dark.
I don't have any other knives unlocked. This sucks. Alright. Waiting at middle.
When is the last time you accessed your hunter that for something that wasn't cosmetics?
I think it was before Witch Queen.
That is a while. I made like
No, I did. I haven't done anything since Witch Queen on it. I did VOG without armor mods, and Dade was not happy with me.
no, I imagine not, but also whenever we did raids, I didn't know armor mods existed until
And we still beat the raid, so.
yeah. Josh, there was a reason I was always bottom frag the damage until 2 years ago.
No, my special ammo! Why did...
Nice.
You did good. Oh, I got gloves. You know what? Fine, I won't use Ariana's. I'll use a better weapon.
Josh, you should have Dondo choose everyone's weapons when we do Pantheon.
No, I want to finish it in a reasonable amount of time.
Oh, we wouldn't finish it at all.
I had Dondo choose one of my weapons for this.
Ooh, that was my
One
bad.
time he chose Greasy Luck.
It's the glaive from deep. That you almost caught up in damage, so don't act like it was
I
bad.
did almost catch up in damage. The other two weapons I was told to use were Cerberus and
Yeah, so he had Cerberus, a glaive, and a grenade launcher. Or no, yeah, the sword.
Old Fallen Guillotine.
Still gotta get me the new one.
Have you done any of Onslaught?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Plenty. Yeah, I just saw it.
Without either of us.
A few extra minutes.
Fair enough.
The 50 round or the 10 round?
Both.
Ah.
Depends on the day.
And then you switch to Warfare.
No, he doesn't at the same time. He just binds his keys to the same thing.
I'm that pro of a gamer.
I could see Dave doing that. I love getting shield bashed into another shield boy and then getting shield bashed by him.
That's great, isn't it?
Am I about to see Josh and Blue Palace die in the chat?
Yes.
Guardians down. The
So close to recovering.
Josh, I think you're too far away from me to get you. I'm sorry, but you are all the way up there.
So what are your thoughts on Telesto? Yeah. Is that an okay DPS? I ask this for a reason.
Is it the reason that you want to use it for DPS?
Maybe. My stomach is growling.
Is it because you don't have the catalyst on it done yet? Don't wait.
Actually, yes.
Josh, are you about to die again?
Wait, no, I'm gonna learn how to Sparrow fly right now. No, I'm not.
Guardian down.
You know it would be easier if you just walked?
That is such a rude thing to say.
Never have issues, but now I'm having issues.
You know, Josh, this happens to people at a certain age. It's natural. Performance problems occur very commonly in men over 40.
That's messed up, dude.
You're basic. He basically is.
Thank you for telling me.
Suits, whiskey, and cigar. You're telling me you're 20 something? You're either 40 or you're a secret billionaire, and I know you don't have the money, so.
No, I'm a billionaire in preparation.
Oh, in training.
He's a billionaire in God's love.
Alright, I'm at the, I'm at the next secret chest.
Yeah.
And in your faith to God.
It's gonna
Alright.
be
I'll...
a few minutes. Just yeah, that's the ready mode.
I forgot to eat lunch. Now I'm hungry.
I ate a late lunch.
Oh.
Ooh, you guys been taking care of yourselves? You've been eating good and exercising?
When I remember to eat, I eat.
I've been exercising, I've been eating slightly better, and I've been drinking lots of water.
Okay. Water's good.
I sit up to get out of bed.
Yeah.
And then I sit down in my chair for a little bit. I walk sometimes.
Right?
My hair is red now.
Oh.
It's like an auburn.
Just because. Wait, why would your hair change color?
Because I dyed it.
Oh. Okay. You didn't say, like the way you said it is just like.
No, I just, you know, I didn't like the shader I had, so, you know, I just...
Transmutation.
Yeah.
Sorry, not transmutation, transmogrification.
Oh yeah, I also work at a church on Sundays and sometimes throughout the week.
Which church you at?
I don't know what it's called. Hold on.
How do you not know the place you work?
Because I only go there for the work.
For work? Alright. Alright, here. I have the Discord muted so you can say the name. Alright, there you go. Now your business will not be doxxed.
They pay me to do sound booth. So.
Nice.
Yeah. If I want to go to church normally, though, I'm gonna go to Josh's church.
Yeah.
Cavalry. You're welcome. It's the best church.
Just
Cal.
so I like Calvin and Hobbes. He's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Calvin and Harry.
Moonfang bond. We don't have enough of those already.
Josh, do you do sermons there sometimes?
I did actually. Yeah.
Oh.
I've only done one so far, but yes, I did.
Right.
Next time
actually a couple weeks ago.
I missed those. Next time one of you is doing a sermon, that would be so cool.
What?
Because I would like to watch that.
I think I missed the jump or something.
The jump is not consistent.
I realized that. So now oh, there we go.
So, Josh, what do you have to say about Dondo's Telesto DPS?
Is he using? He better not be using Telesto DPS, man. I want to get this done.
We're gonna. What do you mean? We're getting it done.
Not much time.
We are currently getting it done.
The boss fight only takes.
Yeah, I have a full 17 rounds of Telesto. I just don't have an exotic armor piece because
I've got a Cascade Point explosive light edge transit.
What's a good exotic piece for hunters?
Celestial Nighthawk.
For
Wait, this guy's technically taken, isn't he?
yeah,
Okay, so taken second is
Celestial Nighthawk. What about for Void?
Orpheus Riggs.
What about Oathkeeper?
We gotta kill this guy.
Is Oathkeeper good?
We don't know what.
Oh no, that's bow's like the weapon, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, 2 dark, 1 light.
Okay.
I'm starting it.
Okay, well while you do that, I'm gonna work on my build quick. Okay, maybe not. Well, no, because
I'll do the light, Josh.
there you go. See, look, Telesto's perfectly fine for this. Night slow. This night's kind of mid.
Okay, dark, I have
That was a funny joke.
killed the ogre, right guys?
Working on it. It dodged my. There's another ogre.
Okay,
This ogre's actually gonna be dying.
Starks. There's Dark.
Okay,
Darks.
up, you guys can get ready to go. Get setting.
Right. Ready and waiting.
Light, here we go.
Did you see the thing with bubble changing?
I think I heard it.
Weapons of Light is going to be moved to St. 14's home instead of bubble.
I need to kill one of the hot
Okay. Teleport. Oh. See, look, Telesto's doing good damage. Oh, I got sent back.
Guardian down.
I'm dead.
I got you.
Real boys.
Okay. Telesto did a little more damage, and I didn't miss that one shot. We would have won.
I also missed one shot.
Ah.
I also missed 3 soldiers.
I hate this room for.
Yeah, that was a little out there. Okay, it is 1 light, 1 dark,
Oh, when we did this yesterday, and it was 3 dark and 3 light. You bumped me into it. One more dark, you said? Okay. Knights are low. Over here. Just dark.
I'll grab the dark actually. Those are lights. I picked up the lights.
Man.
dropping more light then.
We are always disjointed with this. There's dark.
Dark. You guys know you can look at the edge of your screen.
I'm standing on a dark platform, so. There you go, there's more dark.
Okay, I'll grab the dark.
8 seconds.
What do you mean 8 seconds?
There, I got it.
Perfect. I got the last one as well. You can just finish it. Unless we need action. Get any heavy bricks at all, even with ammo finders. Nothing. Got it. Well, it doesn't really matter. We're gonna kill him anyways.
I got Telesto ready. I don't know why you're hating, man.
I know exactly why I'm seeing.
Yeah, see, look, Telesto did the work. Because I just ranked up, so surely it means I'm winning.
The Nine were utilizing both light and dark to fight the Guardian. Drifter, what have you done, you insufferable rat man?
Hey, our mutual friend had a question. We all did.
What's your question?
So we asked the Nine.
What was the answer?
Isn't it obvious?
Oh.
Light and dark are means to survival. It's not about saints or sinners.
The Vanguard wouldn't abide that answer.
Vanguard ain't
Who would have
here.
known that
I'm
one day
sick
Ed
of their
Boon would
dogma. What do you think, Chosen One?
See, I think my damage was
Come on
good.
back, and I'll get you paid.
For not having mods on at first.
Considering that you're using Telesto, yeah.
Well, that's not.
Still at no mods.
Well, I put on mods halfway through. But I also switched subclass. So.
Alright, so Ghost of the Deep now?
Nope, I gotta go.
Yeah, he doesn't have time.
GG boys. I'm out.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you for joining, Josh. I am hungry. What should I eat? What should I eat?
Butter chicken.
But I would have to make some. Alright.
Pizza.
Pizza? I can do that. Alright. Chat, I'm gonna send us to Booby again. To Queen Bee. I will see y'all on or maybe not tonight, but definitely Sunday. So, thank you for coming. Again, 9 follows till 24 hour. So I'll see y'all later.